This floor has a lot of bad enemies, I guess, a bad placement of enemies. If you try to find a spot to hide in. Because we got a bunch of BMOs, you know, enemies we haven't seen since Goron Mine. And we have keys flying around you. So you just kind of huddle up in a corner that's safe from BMOs beams. And then shoot them in the eye as soon as they rotate around. Dealing with these keys here. The keys come flying around. They're like, hey, there's Link. I'm going to go ahead and attack him. And he's like, I'm trying to huddle up here and snipe. Leave me alone. So you just gotta shoot up the BMOs. There we go. Got all the BMOs taken care of. Now just gotta take care of the keys. Now, here, like Lester said, you have to have the Dominion Rod reactivated. And honestly, this is the last time we've really used the Dominion Rod again. So, and that's kind of sad when you really think about it. The Dominion Rod, honestly, was probably the most useless item in the whole entire game, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, it's the most situational. Especially when you can't use the thing outside of the dungeon you get it until you do a side quest.
Yeah.
That really killed the item.
Yeah. The double claw shots are great. You know, ball and chain, for the most part, even though it was situational for puzzles, it was a great combat item, so you could still use it. The spinner was kind of underutilized, and I don't like that. It was kind of underutilized, too. It was a cool item. You know, Twilight Princess had a lot of really cool items in it, but a lot of those were just super underutilized. Like the spinner and the Dominion Rod, for instance. You can make... And I know some people will be like, well, the ball and chain was too, but you can actually use the ball and chain in fights. So
yeah.
it really wasn't that bad.
I mean, especially when it comes to an item like ball and chain, it has the same kind of practical use that bombs do. In fact, you can even do some of the same thing as bombs, since it can break open certain bombable walls. So, that's like one of the best items because of some of the most uses. Heck, even the speed runs of Twilight Princess, most categories, if not almost all of them actually, they go after the ball and chain as one of their first major items because of how useful it is for combat.
Yeah, I like the ball and chain a lot. I didn't use it as much, but like I use it a lot in situations like, you know, taking care of the Re-Dead Knights. Those are the best things to use against them. Use them against the ice enemies. Use them against like other big enemies that die in like one hit with them. Gotta check and see if there's any hearts on this floor. Had to, you know, bomb some Dodongos first and foremost, but I actually didn't even bomb the Dodongo. Did I tell you that a Dodongo, and I didn't even realize this until I did my playthrough, a Dodongo actually dies to like an arrow. You shoot an arrow and
I was the one who taught you that.
It dies. Yeah, you're the one that taught me that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think I kind of found that, I think, by accident when I was first playing this game, because I just instinctively was shooting them with arrows. I think trying to get one of them off the ceiling, and I noticed it one-shotted it. Like, oh, okay. And then I tried it on their tails, like, oh yeah, that works. And I found out watching Let's Plays over the years that, oh yeah, shooting an arrow in the mouth also one-hit KOs it. And the Dodongos are pathetic in this game. Remember back in the days of like Zelda 1, where you actually had to go out of your way to only use bombs, if not, you couldn't kill them. Those were the days.
Yeah. Those were the days, alright. This was the floor I was talking about, and I did it really safely, and I didn't actually run into any problems this time. This is the floor I was talking about having Re-Dead Knights along with the Poe, and I told you it was an annoying floor. Well, I kind of disproved that, because I got in a corner, huddled, used my ball and chain, and I was okay. But we got our next Poe Soul. We only got one more left in the entire game at this point. So, and he's later on down in this dungeon. I said it was annoying. I'm probably thinking of the one with the ice enemies in it. The Poe Soul there. Because that was annoying. Now, here, I think we got Chews, yeah, and Ghoul Rats, too. I'm going slow. So, we got, you know, another easy floor. This isn't that bad of a floor. You just, you know, let the chews merge into one. I'm gonna actually transform into wolf and fight in this floor. Because, well, gotta get rid of the ghoul rats anyways, so. There we go. Got more ghoul rats here. And there's a dig spot here, too. So there's a dig spot on this floor. Mostly on the floor that you actually had to turn into a wolf to finish the fight. I think they put, you know, a lot of, like, dig spots there.
That does seem to be a common thing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go see what's on this dig spot here. Just a single heart. I kind of figured. Not all of them are going to give you 3 hearts. Some of them are just going to give you 1. So, don't be hopeful for 3. Unless you look up a guide that tells you what floors have what. I don't do that because, well, I don't know. Too much time, I guess. And too much memorization. This floor is one of the more annoying floors because we got a big old freezer that's gonna blow ice on you in the whole entire vicinity of the place. Got ice keys, they're gonna freeze you if they attack you. You just gotta get to the corners and huddle. That's a lot of the things in this gauntlet that you have to deal with. Is just huddling in corners. And even then, I still got hit. You know? Freaking hate freezers. They're annoying. As soon as you kill them, they turn into their small brethren, so.
Yeah, these guys aren't nearly as bad. The big ones are just like, alright, if I don't get in a good spot right away, it's gonna stun lock me.
Yeah, it's gonna stun lock you. That's one thing I hate. Is ice in this game just stun locks you. Now, on this floor, we got, I forget what these guys are called, but the ice soldier guys with the spears. I can't remember a lot of enemy names in Zelda. Like, I can remember, like, common enemies, but, like, enemies like this, I don't remember them.
Yeah, honestly, I'm the same. Mainly because the biggest problem I have here is there's no way to really check what these guys are called. I kind of stopped doing that with Wind Waker and didn't bring it back to Skyward Sword. So,
yeah.
You just kind of had to look it up at that point if you want to know the enemy names. Nothing really told you.
Yeah, you didn't have a partner that told you enemies like, you know, Navi or Tattle. And you didn't have fairies that told you what the enemies are.
Yeah, which again makes it kind of harder to remember since there's so many uncommon names with Zelda enemies.
I'm trying to remember if this is the floor that has rats in it. Like, they're scuttering around underneath me.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Just to be sure. No, it's just levers. We got ice Stalfos, or not Stalfos, but bubbles. Sorry, Stalfos are the big humanoid enemies. These are bubbles, which are the flying skull enemies. I remember those because those are in multiple Zelda games, but like, oh, I don't know. Like, there's a bunch of other enemies that are just one-offs in this game. I don't think there's a diggable floor here. That's okay. This episode's probably going to be broken up into 2 because, well, it's a gauntlet, so. Oh, this floor. This is the floor I was dreading. As you guys can see, there are 2 freezers on the sides there. There's a bunch of ice bubbles with ice keys, and the ice soldier guys with the spears.
This floor sucks.
I don't like this floor. This is probably the floor I lose the most hearts in. Honestly, I didn't want to target him, but oh gosh, this is gonna make things a little bit harder.
Now, there's an interesting thing about this floor. Like, one thing you could try to do is you can try to use bomb arrows to destroy like the little ball enemies on the floor if they're separated, and then the guys with the spears. So I would try to like use bomb arrows to kill the spear guys first. But if you hit them with one of those arrows and you don't kill them right away, they have godlike aim because they can still hit you on that top platform. So I've had so many runs at this place where they just knock me off, and then I have to deal with them face to face anyways.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to use the bomb arrow trick. Thing is, though, you have to shoot 2 bomb arrows to kill them.
Yeah. And it's also a little awkward because you can't just hit them directly in, like, the face. You have to hit them around their feet.
Yeah. And you got freezers on both ends, and just... It's not fun. This floor is not fun. I've actually kind of... Didn't take as much damage as I thought it was going to. Of course, I'm not done yet. I got freezers to deal with. But... Cleared out all the other enemies. And then freezers take 2 hits. That's another thing that's annoying.
Yeah, which definitely makes it harder to deal with.
Yeah. Okay, I got 1 more freezer to deal with, and hopefully I won't lose as many characters as I'm doing. Of course, I got stun locked. Get away from that. There we go. Kill the tiny freezers. There we go. Oh, man. I didn't lose that much health on this floor. I'm kind of glad. Because this is like one of my worst floors in the game.
Yeah, I don't blame you. This is definitely one of the hardest ones to deal with because there's just too much crap in here. Especially when half of it can freeze you.
Yeah. And we're on floor 40. This is 2 dark nuts. You know, and 1 enemy we have fought in Temple of Time. Now we gotta fight 2 of them. And this can get kind of hairy too. This is one of the harder fights on the floor. You just have to wait until, you know, Dark Nut does his attack. Then you just go for the opening and start swinging at him. Don't try. I mean, I did a really bad job of activating these guys. Kind of regretting that. If you can, fight 1 at a time. Don't fight both of them at the same time.
Yeah. This is when you start noticing they're jerks when it comes to enemy placements here in the Cave of Ordeals. They just love to put some of the worst enemies in the same room next to each other, which makes it really hard to deal with. And this is one of the worst cases of that.
Yeah. Now, this is kind of one of those things I miss Wind Waker in a way because, you know, whenever you had like 50 bazillion Dark Nuts fighting you, they could hit each other. So, but in this game, enemies don't hit each other. So, you kind of miss that.
Yeah, especially when you get some of the worst enemies like Dark Nuts just right next to each other. This would be the perfect time for them to just kill each other. Now, I don't know if you've talked about this in your playthrough, but there's multiple ways you can fight Dark Nuts. Obviously, the head-on approach is one of them. You can use bomb arrows to shoot around their feet, which counts as hitting them, and it'll destroy their armor, but you can also get them in a stun lock, too, by swinging your sword in a certain rhythm. It's kind of hard to do, but if you do that, then there's less of a chance for them to actually attack you.
I didn't do a very good job explaining what you needed to do for Dark Nut, to be perfectly honest. So, yeah, you can go ahead and explain what you could do for Dark Nuts to kind of cheese them if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, the stun lock is a big one, where you just swing your sword in a certain rhythm. But bomb arrows is my cheese method of choice because it just does so much damage. It's kind of an awkward aim since you got to hit like near their feet, but not directly on them, and you have to hit around like the feet area because you want it to explode around their body. So it's kind of a little weird to do, but it makes fighting Dark Nuts way easier.
I forgot. On floor 40, when you defeat the 2 Dark Nuts, there's a dig spot, but it only has 200 rupees in it.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is where they have money drops starting to be a big thing. There's another floor that's later, similar to this, that also has like a big rupee drop. And I believe it's like the second to last floor or somewhere around that area. It's not like the last floor of combat. Because that always gets me.
Yeah, it's... And I'm just like, I have a full wallet. I just ate this rupee.
I mean, to be fair, at least that helps if you have magic armor. Gives you a little bit more time with that.
Yeah. I actually did really good on that floor. Last in my practice file, I used 2 fairies.
Yeah, it definitely helps to do the practice run, because that really made a difference.
Yeah. I'm impressed that you made it this far, Hero. In praise of your efforts thus far, I will release fairies to Lanayru Spring. From this point on, you will need the power that allows one to move freely from wall to wall. If you would want to give up the fight for now and re-equip yourself, I can return to the surface. You need merely speak to me. So you need double claw shots in order to get to the final 10 floors of the Cave of Ordeals. So you gotta complete City in the Sky before you can even attempt this. And on floor 40, we got the Heart Container Stamp. So, like I said, we're getting a lot of our Miiverse stamps here.
They're really weird looking stamp. Like, the Heart Container one looks like it just kind of spilt their black ink inside of it and just tried to fix it.
This floor kind of sucks, too. I don't like this floor. This is... there's at least 12 Armos Knights here. And honestly, don't try to activate all of them at once. You'll just make it a bad time. I'll just put it that way. If you activate all of them at once, you're just asking for trouble at this point.
Yeah. You can also use bomb arrows against these guys. It's kind of similar method to Dark Nuts. If you shoot around the back of them on the floor, it should... the bomb's radius should hit the crystal, but it's also kind of awkward to do.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, they obviously have to be awakened
really
first for this, but it will work.
Oh.
Because I know you can also kill these guys with normal arrows, too.
Yep. I just killed one that way. I didn't even know you could use bomb arrows on these guys.
Yeah, bomb arrows are super overpowered in this game, because if you get them exploding near an enemy, yeah, man, it does so much.
Yeah, see? Yeah, man. I'm just gonna do that from now on, man.
And now you see why when I play Wii, I just do the infinite bomb arrows glitch just to get through this place super easy.
Activate. Wake up, dude. Wow. Oh my gosh, Lester, thank you so much for telling me about this. I didn't even know you could kill the guys with these. I didn't know bomb arrows are so overpowered.
Yeah,
bomb arrows I know that they were really useful. I know they were useful for a lot of enemies in this game, but I didn't know, almost every enemy's weak to this thing.
Yeah, it's insane when you think about it. You wouldn't think this many enemies would be weak to bomb arrows, but they are. I mean, it makes sense. I'd be weak to an explosion.
Man, I'm going to be honest with you. That just saved me about, 4 or 5 hearts.
It also saves so much time,
as you
too.
Can see. Wait, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, it saves so much time, too, because if you want to get through that room safely, you would just have to activate one statue, bait it away from all the others, and then wait for a good opening. While the bomb arrow method, you're just like, boom, done.
What's on this floor? There's a bunch of bokoblins. I want to say there's something else. Oh, wait, there's venom babas. I forgot. There's venom babas here, too. Honestly, just stay away from the venom babas, obviously. Just let the bokoblins come over near you and just fight them that way. Venom babas are annoying because, they grab onto you. Let's go ahead and kill them all this way. Trying to be very, very cautious on how I'm approaching this. Because, honestly, this is actually the farthest I've actually gone without you having to use any healing items.
I mean, that's really good, because the longer you get to keep this stuff, the better. Because honestly, the last, 3 or 4 floors are probably the worst in this whole area.
Honestly, I find, the last floor is horrible.
Oh, yeah.
The floor before that is really bad, too. Because they combine a Dark Knight with another really bad enemy.
Yeah. Honestly, at times I hate that floor more than the final floor because of just how awkward it is to fight things.
Yeah, it is kind of just really awkward to fight things in that floor. Because, if you're not quick enough, well, you're just going to get sheep-shotted.
Yeah.
Okay, so we killed all the Deku Babas and bokoblins on this floor. I do believe I'm going to get pot-shotted here. No? I'm not. There are... Well, no, I'm going to get pot-shotted. let's just no, not use bomb arrows. Bomb arrows kind of are bad for this, because you know the goblins are annoying. The goblins are really pain in the rear ends. Or not the goblins, but boblins shooting their arrows. You got 3 boblins shooting, you know, fire arrows at you, as well as you know, Lizalfos down there. I think there's one behind you too. One an arrow guy behind you. No, there's a bunch of like archers here. I'll go ahead and get rid of the archer. Didn't want to target him. There. Kill you, stupid archer. Dodge your arrows. You know, be like John Wick and just, you know, bullet time everywhere. I do believe... I want to check and see if there's more dig spots here. I think there might be. Nope. I was wrong. Why do I get my hopes up for that?
I mean, you had the right idea of just checking everything, because you never know with this area.
Okay, this area... This is kind of the floor I was worried about. This is where our final Poe is. But there's also a bunch of Dinofools here. Fully armored Dinofools. So, I'm going to try to lure the Poe away. Get him out of the way first. Come here, dude. Get rid of the Poe. And with that, we have collected all 60 Poe Souls. And you get a little congratulatory message that says you collected 60 Poe Souls. So you have all the Poe Souls in the game. Honestly, fighting the armored Dinofools is probably a lot easier to do in wolf form than it is with Link. Because Link in wolf form can bite their necks and like do a massive amount of damage to them. So I'm gonna try to do that, but you know, they got their shields up too, so trying to do that is annoying. We're gonna have, and in the next episode after this one, we're gonna have to do this, so.
Yeah, it's good practice for that. I mean, if you want an easier way to fight these guys, stay with me. Bomb arrows are your friends, because that will also destroy their armor.
No, really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Man.
Yeah, any item you
learning a
can
lot of
think of,
things.
it's always bomb arrows. That's the first one. That's helpful.
I'm gonna take some unnecessary damage here, but that's okay. Yep, I killed 2 of them with it. Helmet splitter. There we go. Oh, damn it, I can't do a finisher. There we go. What the heck did I do there? That was a weird animation. Oh, now I got a heart and a half left. I'm gonna have to probably use a fairy before this is all over with, but that's okay. And that's why I've got 3 fairies on me.
Yeah,
oh,
pretty much.
Actually, hold up. The next floor is the rare chew jelly floor.
Oh yeah,
that's
right. If you're coming up to that,
save my fairies. I'll save my fairies. I'll go ahead and drink this up. Drink the great fairy tears. Get a full heal off of that, because fairies don't give you full heal. And then whenever I can do that, I'll go grab that chew jelly, replace it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these Boblin archers if I can. And hot-shot it. And of course I lost my attack up bonus because I got it got hit. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this chew jelly here. And run over there. Oh, get out. Go, 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 go. No! Go away. Go away, Three-Dead Knight. Don't want to deal with you.
they knew what they were doing with this room.
Aw, damn it.
They knew what they were doing.
What are you guys doing in this room?
They're so jerks.
Getting it. Man, you guys ruined it. I was gonna do something awesome, but that's okay.
They knew what they were doing, and I hate the devs for it.
I hate the devs for doing that, man. They're like, okay, well, you're gonna go rush over and get that chew jelly that you just shot down, right? Well, let me put a re-dead knight here, so you can't. Because they're gonna scream at you, and they're gonna stun you, and you're gonna lose your chance of getting it. That's okay. I'll manage. I got a full heal on it anyway, so it's fine. Because like I said before, fairies don't give you full heals when they revive you. They give you like 8 hearts.
No, they changed that starting Wind Waker, which kind of sucked. Fairies basically became not nearly as useful as they used to be.
Yeah, because I remember in Ocarina, you know, fairies were OP in that game.
Yeah, both in Ocarina and Majora's Mask, they healed for exactly 20 hearts, which just so happened to be the max heart limit of that game. So they were essentially a full heal. And then starting Wind Waker, I believe it was down to like 8 hearts at that point. They nerfed it. It's never been the same since.
And speaking of hearts, there we go. There's the 3 hearts on this floor. Alright, so we gotta go down on this floor, and I think this is... Yeah, this is the one. This is where we got freezards, ice pick guys, and I think ghoul rats too. Oh gosh. Yeah, there was a freezer right behind me. Oh, jeez. And I got ghoul rats. And I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Get out of there. I might go ahead and use the bomb arrows trick again. But I've only got 15 arrows left, so... This
yeah,
make
you
this
use them
count.
sparingly.
Ah! I say that, I just used a bunch of them. I killed that one. Yeah, my aim sucks. There. No more arrows! This isn't good. Well, that's okay. I don't think I'll need arrows for the rest of this. Okay, get the ghoul rats off me. There. I hate this floor. This is like the worst floor.
Yeah, any floor
Freaking
they just
stun
throw
line.
all the ice enemies at you is the worst thing.
Kill his babies that spawn. Oh, jeez. Well, I didn't lose that many hearts from this. Thought I did. So, well, I say that, I got one more freezer to deal with, though. And, of course, I got froze again. I gotta kill this one. And, of course, I'm going super slow because there's more ghoul rats that got on me. Okay, so all the enemies are dead in this room except the ghoul rats. So let's go ahead and just... There.
At least they don't do damage, so it really doesn't matter to
Yeah.
leave them go.
I think... Doesn't, like... Hero mode, they do damage?
I
Or
don't
they still
think
do...
so.
Okay.
They didn't really change
Now,
anything when
this
it came to
room-
certain enemy attacks in hero mode. They just basically made everything do double damage.
Now this room could be tricky. You look like down there, you're like, oh, there's only one bokoblin? What the heck? There's more than meets the eye. There's Stalfos children, there's the 15 rats that I mentioned. There's a lot of enemies on this floor. And
Yeah.
just be careful. I think that's it. I want to say there's more that come. Yeah, there's more stall children that come out. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. This floor isn't that bad, it's just be ready for the rats, because I don't have my game audio up, obviously, but when you hear the scampers of the rats, you can hear the noises that they're making. They make a very distinct, loud noise when you enter the room, so just be careful of that. Yeah. So, I don't have my volume up, so it's hard for me to hear it. Okay, this is floor 49, and this is what I was worried about. You have a Dark Nut, and you have 2 area fulls. And the area fulls make this fight really difficult, because you gotta just, you know, watch them, wait for them to put their shield up. And I tried not to activate the damn Dark Nut, but of course it didn't go according to plan. Ow. Can't see, camera. Okay. Kill one, get more damage on one of these area fulls here. I can never... I'd rather not fight them when they're on the ground because they're right next to that Dark Nut, and that just gets a little bit more fishier than it needs to be.
Yeah. The same strategy works with the area phobes like it does with the Dark Nuts, where you can get them into an infinite stun lock if you swing at a certain rhythm. But it just like Dark Nuts is kind of awkward to do. I don't think bomb arrows really work at all on those enemies.
I'm not very good at timing.
Yeah.
In video games,
I'm not the best at that
one
timing
thing I'm
either.
not very good at. Okay, so I gotta kill this other one. I killed one, and now I just gotta deal with the darkness as I get Mr. Area Full. He went all the way through that ceiling. He was clipping through that ceiling. What the heck, game? Why you clip? Alright, put up your shield, dude. Thank you. Oh. Or my claw shot's just gonna go right underneath you instead of actually going towards the shield.
Yeah, I'd love it when my long shot just misses.
Yeah, don't you just love it when the claw shot doesn't work? Oh, I knocked off the armor piece off the Dark Nut, so... Okay, area fulls. Come on. I think that's what their names are. I think they're called area fulls, but they're Lizalfos with wings, so...
Basically, yeah.
I always hated these enemies when I was younger. I don't know why. I just didn't like these enemies at all.
I mean, I don't blame you. They're one of my least favorite enemies in this game.
Ow. Gotta do one more slice on you. Just one more. And then you'll die. And I can fight Dark Nut. At least I got the fighting Dark Nuts down pat now. Where it's become a little bit more easier for me to fight Dark Nuts. I say that and I get sideswiped by one. Come on, buddy. Put up your shield, please. There, he died. Okay, now I just got to fight the Dark Nut. Want to do his attack? Oh, no. Stab, 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 stab. There we go. Stab, 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 stab. He's just got his shield and a shoulder piece. And then he's into phase 2 of his fight. I always liked fighting Dark Nuts in this game, but man, they are drawn out fights. I'll tell you one thing. I know you're playing waiting game a lot in Wind Waker. Wind Waker's the same way where you know, fight Dark Nuts in that game is kind of a drawn out process if you don't know how to kill them fast. Of course, then again, I don't know a lot of ways to kill enemies fast in this game either. I'm learning a lot now. With bomb arrows kill everything, so... Okay. So, now, we're on the last floor. And this floor is a doozy. This one has 3 Dark Nuts. You only see 2, there's one below me. So this has 3 Dark Nuts in particular. Don't activate all of them at once. Do yourself a favor, please. Don't.
Yeah, this is one of those you really want to try to stick in the corner if you can.
You gotta play defensively a lot in the Cave of Ordeals.
Oh yeah. More so in any other area in the game. -1, that's exclusive to the Wii U version.
Yeah, that one you have to play even more defensively.
Oh, yeah.
I activated all 3. That's just great. I told myself not to do it, but they did it, didn't they? Yeah, I got 3 fairies. So we're all good there, if it eventually gets down to it. Ow. I'm trying to do the back slice on these guys, but it's hard to do it when there's like 2 more guys here. He's faster. He should be coming over to me. Okay. Okay, killed one. I just gotta kill the other one. Kill the other 2, I should say. Okay. Next one is down on his armor. Now I gotta fight him armorless. I'm just going straight into his sword. The other one's sword. Okay, that one's dead. One more left. And he's down to armorless. Back slice. Attack him again. Of course, when he doesn't have armor, he's a lot easier to fight because you could just, stun his blocking. And with that, that was 450. And I didn't have to use a fairy. Oh my goodness. I used the Great Fairies tier, but that's okay.
I mean, honestly, that doesn't really matter much because while you're getting the full heal, that attack bonus is sometimes more important. Which you did get to use it for a little bit.
Yeah. So when you reach 450, you get a chest before you jump down. The chest has your final Miiverse stamp in it. You get a fairy stamp. Fitting enough. So we have all the Miiverse stamps in the Cave of Ordeals. Got all the Poe Souls. Let's collect our reward for beating the Cave of Ordeals. You cleared many ordeals. How impressive.
Ah. Funny, that's what it's called here.
That's what it's called. In praise of your courage, I will give you this blessing. She'll give you more Great Fairies tears. That's your reward for clearing this dungeon.
And in fact,
Not
that's
very good reward.
That's a weird one because this reward isn't a one-time thing. You can come back here and do the entire Cave of Ordeals again. Enemies get slightly harder, I believe. But if you clear it again, she'll give you Great Fairies tears again. And just rinse and repeat that.
Yeah.
This is the only way to refill on Great Fairy tears in the whole game.
And honestly, I'm like, that's not really that great a reward.
No. Especially having to do it multiple times for more Great Fairy tears. Just go until you find the rare chew jelly, grab that, and leave.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Rare chew jellies do the same thing as this thing. So it's just like, why wouldn't I just go to the spot where they're at and just refill there?
Yeah, way less effort at that point.
Yeah. Drink this and you should be able to clear any difficulties that you might encounter ahead. If ever you need my assistance again, visit any spring. Many on the surface cry out for one with powers like yours. You must go back. Yeah, I think you might be able to refill your Great Fairy tears at the spring. I can't remember.
No, you can only get Great Fairy tears from the end of Cave of Ordeals. That's the only place to get them in the game. Outside of your one time getting it from the guy with the pose.
Okay. Well, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's a really
It's not
bad
really
reward.
that great of a reward. You only go through the Cave of Ordeals to get your last 3 Poe Souls and to get Miiverse stamps in this version if you're trying to collect all the Miiverse stamps. So it's really not that great of a reward, and honestly, if you only just want a challenge, I would kind of bypass this if you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's not really that great.
If you're not going for the Miiverse stamps or you're not playing the Wii U version, so you don't have those stamps, basically at that point, you just have to play until you get to the pose, then save and quit. Because there's no reason to actually clear it. It doesn't count towards 100% completion.
No. You don't get any heart pieces. You don't get a super powerful item, which, you know, in that sense, I feel like it would have been worth it if we got, like, I don't know, something according, like, Fierce Deity's Mask, for instance. Like, something like that. Or it was, like, an overpowered item that you only get, you know, for proving a great challenge and stuff like that.
Heck, since you worded that way, it would be a bad spot for it, but it would actually make sense. Put the magic armor there instead. Because by the time you get it, it feels more rewarding than just saving up a bunch of money and just doing some side quests just to get it.
Yeah, that's probably true. But before we end this episode, now that we have all 60 Poe Souls, let's go turn it into Jovani and get a reward for it. We have gotten all the Poe Souls in the game. We went through a great ordeal to get all the Poe Souls for him. Let's see what the great reward is for completing this grueling side quest of collecting every single Poe Soul. As you can tell, I'm being kind of a little sarcastic about this. Lester knows.
I mean, it's the best prize in all video games. Next to the best prize in all video game for Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. You remember the collectibles in Ocarina of Time? The Skulltulas? As you couldn't tell, I'm a little aggravated. I like getting all the Poe Souls because, well, it's just part of the checklist to do. I'm a gamer. I'm gonna say that. I said the type. I'm a completionist. I like checklists and just, you know, checking things off my box. But this reward for it, just like Cave of Ordeals, is it really worth it? Not really.
It doesn't make me proud to say I'm a gamer with my gamer hat.
Alright, so talk to Jovani. He's finally human again. You did it! Look at me! I'm back to my old self again! Thanks to you, everything in my life is coming up roses! Ha ha ha! Oh, of course, I need to thank you. Please accept this. 200 rupees.
Yeah.
On a full wallet.
Not great. Not great at all.
Alright. I need to let my girlfriend know that I'm back. There is something else we need to do before we leave. Talk to Cat. He says, thanks for all your help. All this money. What are we going to do with it? Well, one thing in particular, we gotta go leave, and then I gotta actually leave town because I caused a ruckus just now walking in here with wolf form. But we need to go back to Telma's bar now that we freed Jovani, because he is going to be there. And he's, yeah, a lot has changed since he was turned to stone. I don't know how long ago he was turned to gold, but it's been a long while. I'll put it that way.
I think it's implied he's been like that since Zera's been turned to Twilight, so yeah, it's been a while.
So if we come down here to Telma's bar, you'll find Jovani here as soon as you free him. He's over here at this table right here, and he's moping. What could ever be wrong, Jovani? What? I hadn't seen her in a while, and she started dating another man. What? Oh. Yeah, his girlfriend left him because he wasn't around, because he was stuck at home turned to
Well, we
gold
know
because
she
of his
probably
greed.
just thought that she was being avoided, ghosted by this guy. It's like, screw him, I'm going somewhere else. Well, you know her boyfriend was made of solid gold.
Yeah.
I guess she wasn't a gold digger.
That's a good one, Lester. Oh my goodness. But we have to actually go back to Jovani's house now that we've activated that. As soon as you go talk to him, go back into his house. His cat actually has a reward for you. And according to Let's Play, it's actually good for a Let's Play. If you talk to this kitty, he says, "Oh, it's you. I see. So my master got dumped, huh? Well, I guess it goes to show that for humans, it's all about money. I guess that only means we don't need any more money. So you could take it all." And he gives you another silver rupee. But that's not all. He says, "Here, take this too." He gives you another Meaver stamp. This is a rupee stamp. So now we got another Meaver stamp in our collection. But that's not the only thing here. You can return to this house anytime you want to, and the cat will give you 200 rupees. So if you need infinite money, this is your way to get infinite money.
It's a sucky
Just like in,
reward, but it does have some use with the magic armor in this game, unlike the money in Ocarina of Time, where by the time you get it, you're pretty much not needing any more cash.
And that's not the only thing. I mean, next episode, well, rupees will actually come in handy there, so... But yeah, that's it. That's our reward for completely getting all the Poe Souls, is a way to get infinite money, a Meaver stamp, and a bottle. That's it. It's not, like, really super duper, like important. You don't have to do this. And... really, I wouldn't do it if I wasn't playing 100%. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
And going out of your way for all the Poes. It's stupid. It's honestly like the dumbest collectible in my opinion, next to the gold Skulltulas in Ocarina of Time, really.
Yeah.
The gold Skulltulas do the same thing in Ocarina of Time, where if you collect all 100, they give you infinite money. So it's like, okay.
Yep.
This doesn't really help me. But yeah, that's it for this episode. We did a lot in this episode. We cleared the Cave of Ordeals, and we collected all the Poe Souls, and collected a bunch of stamps too. But next time on The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we're going to be doing something that's exclusive to the HD version of this game. And we're going to be taking on a special dungeon that was made from the Wolf Link amiibo. We're going to take a look at that and clear that dungeon and get the reward there. Because it's kind of a pointless reward, but we're going to get it anyways. So, thank you, Lester, for joining me on this episode. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me here. I mean, it's definitely a place where COCOM is almost necessary and required because of nothing going on besides, hey, look, I'm beating this guy up today.
I'm beating up Mr. Goon number 46 today.
Yeah. Just do that another 49 times.
Yeah, do that another 49 times. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. So I will see you guys on the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. See you guys later.